Hi folks, this is Rose from Rose's Garden, and today we are going to make some Barbie doll jewelry using our SoftFlex Design Challenge Kit, Thanks A Latte. Thanks A Latte. We have got some of the little blue beads from out of the tiniest ones from out of the Jessie James bead pack, this one. And then we have got some of these little brown beads from out of our kit. That was a bead strand that was available that came with the kit. So we're going to turn down and we will get started on making some Barbie doll jewelry. Now, in this little tray, I have a bead. This bead was actually originally on the latte earrings that were in our kit. I've got some ball head pins, some eye pins. These are for the earrings. The earrings will consist of 2 of the little brown beads and 1 of the blue beads. Come here, you. So these are for the earrings. It will also have some of these little daisy spacers in our earrings. Well, let's just dump it out. We will have daisy spacers and maybe 1 of the little 8/0 seed beads as well. Then for the necklace, we're going to have this bead, spacers, spacer, brown, blue, brown. We're going to have some spacers between those. And this is going to be like this on this side as well. And then up the back, we will put some of these little gold seed beads. So in order to make the necklace, we will need a 1.5 turns of memory wire. So we'll just pull this apart like so. We'll get up and pull this out. Get our memory wire cutters. Where are my memory wire cutters? Oh, I'm not seeing them. Not good. And we'll have to locate those, obviously. Strange. They're usually right here. Oh, I passed right over the top of them. Duh. So here's our memory wire cutters. We will get them in this second loop here, and we're going to spin this around a little bit till we get about 1.5 loops. So then we'll trim this off, and there is our necklace piece. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take and open our memory wire loop here and get our round nose pliers, and we're going to turn a loop on one side. So we get in here, get down close in here, and then we're going to turn this loop. Come on, baby, go around. Now, I want it to not only come around in a solid loop, but I want it to keep going so that it makes sort of a split ring-like thing, because otherwise your seed beads are going to try to go up in your loop here. So as you can see, I brought it all the way around, and then I backed it up onto itself. Now I'm going to straighten this loop a little bit because it went crooked. It went towards the back a little bit when we were making it. And now the next thing we have to do is try and judge how large this will be with all these on it. And then we're going to need, because it's going to go through the middle, and we're going to have to decide how many seed beads we are going to need to push these down so they go around the front, and we have seed beads along the back. So we're going to just feed some seed beads on. Uh-oh, that one fell back off. Naughty seed bead, both of them did. Now I'm going to push these past my fingers so I don't have to worry about them falling off so much. I'm going to put like 7 to start with. We'll see how big that looks. And there it fell off again. So 4, 5, 6, and 7. Well, if this one will go on, it wants to be stubborn and not do so. Okay, 7 it is. So now we're going to push these around, and we're going to see about where they're sitting in our loops here. So midway would be right here. So we have, I think we can start maybe putting our regular beads on now. So let's see. So we put a spacer. On spacer, go on. Spacer. I just flicked that spacer. Oh, come on. Stop being so stubborn. So a spacer. The brown bead, come on, baby. Spacer blue bead. Boy, it wants to be difficult today. But we need the blue bead now. Come on. There we go. Oops, I put 2 spacers on. I forgot my brown bead. That wasn't good, was it? So let's get the brown bead on. Now the spacer, get back on. And then the bigger blue bead. Come on, you. Now this is midway point. So we want to see how this is looking on here. Is it going to be too many? Yes, it might very well may be too many because this is, well, it might be. All right. We might need to break off one of our seed beads. If we need to break off a seed bead, that's all right. They're glass, they'll break, and they're not, let's face it, they're not very expensive. So if we do need to break off a seed bead, it's not that big of a deal. So now we got to feed the rest of these beads onto here. Oops, just knock this one back off. That's not kosher. Now, to me, the hardest part of making these is to feed beads onto this memory wire because it's little and it can be a little bit titchy. And as you noticed, I've knocked them back off quite a few times so far. So now one more spacer, and then we're going to start putting on seed beads. And we've got 7 seed beads on the other side, if I recall right. And we'll see where we're at if we put 7 seed beads on this other side. So now we need to get the seed beads on here. 1. Come on, you baby. That one does not want to go on, so we'll skip over it and go to something else. 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Whoops, 6 fell off. And 7. 7 fell off too. So come on, 7, stay put. 7. So now we'll push these all the way around. So they're tight over to the other side over here. As you can see, they're not tight over here. They're loose. So we need to keep pushing these so they go over that direction more. So they're tight. Now, they're overlapping here, but that's all right because if we can get this turned fine, this is going to be in the back of our doll's neck, and it's all right for them to be overlapping. So now that we've got all of our seed beads on, we want to take hold of our pliers, get that end again, and we're going to roll this side. Come on, baby. Roll this little bit around. Come on. Go. Stop being so stubborn. Go around. There we go, finally. So now we have our little necklace done. It's going to overlap a little bit on the back. That's fine. No problem. We'd rather have overlap than have a big, huge gap. So there's our little necklace all done. So now that our necklace is done, we want to go on to our earrings. Ta-da, necklace. So how I want to make our earrings is these are the pieces that go in the doll's ear. Then our earrings go on our little ball heads here. So we're going to start with a spacer, the blue. Now we could just do blue, brown, blue, or we could just do blue, brown, and then a couple of seed beads, which might be what we end up doing. We don't want to make them really atrociously long because, well, these are for our Barbie. And you've got to remember, she's a doll. She has a short neck. We'll put a couple of seed beads on here. See what it looks like. I think that looks good, don't you? We could put a third one on, since I do like uneven numbers, and see if the third one looks pretty good. I'm just going to stay with the 2. So then we've got this little piece done, and we will just turn it over and do a little wrap on it. But we will get the other one put together first. And we are going to just stay with 1 brown as opposed to the 2 that I have sitting out here in case I wanted them. So there we go. We'll again get at the tip because we don't want a big, huge, large wrap. These are all extras now. We'll get those put away in a bit. There's our necklace. Now we want to get our bell making plier out, and we're going to wrap a loop here at the top, just like you would if you were making your own earrings. Go back down around the corner, little seed bead. There we go. I said down. So now we're going to take our pliers and wrap these little ear wires up here. One. That one, when it popped off, it went in my hair. There it goes. So here's our little earrings. But we have one more step before we can finish those earrings, and that's making the earrings ear wires. So in order to do that, what we need to do is take these 2 eye pins, and we're going to take our flat nose pliers. These are a slightly larger flat nose pliers, so it gives us plenty of room here. We're going to take this, we're going to hold it right here, just barely down from where the bend in our eye pin is. Maybe give us 1/8 inch. Then we're going to bend this up like so, and then it's got to crunch down here. So we want it to come down like here, so it sort of matches where the other one is here. And then we're going to cut this wire off right where it comes close to our eye pin here, our eye. And we want to hold that when we do that, because otherwise the one that's going to fly, if we're not holding the eye pin itself, what's going to fly is the eye pin. We don't want that to happen, because we need the eye pin. This is our earring. So this is the post for our earring. So now that we've got this one made, we will open the little eye up, and we'll slide one of our earrings on. And close it back up. There we go. There's one earring finished. So we do the exact same thing on this one. We find our bend spot by putting our larger flat nose pliers on it, backing it up from the pin just a hair's breadth, maybe 1/8 of an inch. Bend it up. Grab your, and oops, come on you. We want to bend it nicely flat right here. Bring her down so she's right here beside our eye. Take our flush cutters, go in here and cut close to the eye. Don't cut your other wire, just your one where this guy right here. Now, as you can see, I've got these turned a little bit, so I've got to straighten it up and make sure she's nicely flat. Now we're going to open this eye up, feed on our other ear dangle here, and close our eye back up. And there we go. There is our earrings for our Barbie doll earring and jewelry set, and this is our necklace. So we have taken this particular bead, which is our focal bead. It was on our Thanks A Latte earrings, which came in our kit, which I took apart and added the latte mug to it. So we have reused that bead that we took out for our focal here. Then the little brown beads were the bead strand that was in the kit. And the little blue ones were out of our Jesse James bead pack. Seed beads were my own, as was, of course, the spacers and the this is ring wire memory wire that we use for the necklace, and just a regular ball head pin and 2 eye pins to make our earrings. They're cute. So I have brought my Barbie doll out. She's going to model our set for us. So to put these on, you just pull your memory wire apart, slide it around her neck. She's got her necklace on. Isn't that pretty? Now she does have little ear studs on, so we need to pull those out in order to put her earrings in. So I did notice the last time I pulled them out that at some point I have broken one of the little crystals to make her diamond ear studs. So we will need to get her a new one of these days. So we just push those in the ear holes. And there's one earring in. Come on, have that stud come out. And then we just push this in the ear hole. Now, if your particular Barbie you're trying to dress up earrings with does not have ear holes, you can always make them yourself. In order to do that, take a needle, hold it with a pair of pliers so you don't have to worry about burning yourself. Heat it up with a lighter, and then quickly I would advise putting a little tiny ink mark where you want your earring hole to be at. Then take that hot needle, because most of our Barbies have rubber heads, and quickly push it through and then pull it back out. Do not leave it long or your hole's going to get really big. So there she is. Let's stand her up so you can, let's turn the camera so you can see this better. But, so here we go. See, she's got her pretty little necklace on. Her earrings. Now they just push in and pull out. The necklace, you can just take hold of it and pull it because it is memory wire. It will come off relatively easily. See how it's already coming? Or it will go back on just as easily. So there is our necklace and earrings on our little Barbie doll. We are using the A Latte bead mix to make her jewelry. And I hope you enjoyed making those with me. I think they're a pretty little set, and I hope you enjoyed making those. Again, they were from the beads were from the A Latte Design Challenge Kit from SoftFlex Company. I think they turned out really cute. I hope you think so too. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden.